I lost nearly 1 kilo of fat in 1 week, and I'm going to show you every single meal I had to make it happen. No crazy diets, no starving, okay? Just real good satisfying food, and I'm going to show you it right now. Asalaamualaikum. I know you're probably watching this because you're really tired of restrictive diets, right? So yes, I am a personal trainer, and what I like to do is, after 6 years of experience, I basically experiment on myself. And in the last, say, 6 months, as alhamdulillah I took on a lot more clients, I basically stopped caring about my own health. And I was also working full time as a delivery driver, and I was doing overtime to between 40 to 60 hours every single week. Yes, it was nuts. And on top of that, I ended up eating less, but also gaining a lot more fat while losing muscle, because the quality of the food wasn't that great. It was anything I could find at a petrol station. Alhamdulillah, I'm getting myself back on track, and right now I'm recording this basically from the future of when I recorded these videos, so I'm a lot more leaner, and you'll see those results soon enough, inshallah, on my YouTube shorts. But for now, let's talk about how I lost 0.9 kg to the dot in 7 days, and just over 2 kilos in a whole month. And I'm going to tell you all my tips and tricks and stuff that I share with my clients as well. So let's go. So this video actually starts on day 22, about 3 weeks into my cut. At this point I was 66.3 kg and an estimated 18.1% body fat according to this, my Samsung smartwatch. Now, watches aren't exactly accurate, especially since they send electronic signals through the body, and it depends on how much water weight you have or if you've drank something at that time. But it's close enough, it's pretty good, I'll be honest. But a picture speaks 1,000 words, so we're going to go by appearance every single week and also by the scale. And also, if you manage to maintain strength while losing weight, you're definitely keeping muscle. If you manage to gain some strength, which is absolutely possible early on in the cut, then great, you're building muscle too. So you might have lost even more fat than you think, which is also why I probably did lose more fat as I was still putting on muscle. How I know that? I was increasing in strength in some exercises. And up until now, I've either increased or maintained strength in every single exercise. Why I say now, I'm talking from week 6. This is from week 4 and week 3. Sadly, I've lost some strength, but let's not waste time. So the first meal of the day started with 3 fried whole eggs and 4 grilled chicken wings with no skin. The eggs were not fried in oil and basically seasoned to taste. Here's basically the behind the scenes of me making the second meal. I thought, it takes so long to set up the camera, you might as well appreciate the effort. So here's some bloops for you. I had jacket potato with 2 cans of tuna. It's about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And the spices were basically, I went full Asian chef, just seasoned to taste. It was paprika, mixed herbs, and chili flakes. So I used an air fryer, but I am never using an air fryer again, and you'll find out why later on. And then I realized I did not salt it, so I had to take it out of the air fryer. And then I lost the salt. Once I found the salt, salted it like a madman, and then put it back in, ready to eat. After around 40 minutes, and that's the main reason why I'm never going to use air fryer again. And I found another hack, which honestly isn't even a hack. Some of you are going to laugh at me. It just, I never decided to do it until now. So you can see me attempt it for the first time afterwards. This is a finished product, and if you're wondering, on the side there's a bit of spinach mixed with tuna. It's cooked because in Bangla we call this masatni, which is basically fish cooked and flavored to taste, and this is from my auntie. It's also tuna. Then the second to last meal was basically protein powder. 2 scoops of cereal milk whey protein, which is actually great macros. It's around 44 grams of protein for 226 calories. That is awesome. Always drink with your right hand, boys and girls. And to finish off the day, I had my favorite protein dessert. Yes, you can have dessert every day as long as you're smart and the calories work out. If you understand that, you can have almost anything. This genuinely tastes like an amazing soft ice cream. If you want a recipe for this, it's in the description below. So that was the calories for today, and alhamdulillah, I actually exceeded my protein goals, which is the goal, and I was actually still even in a deficit compared to my actual deficit, so I was still below 1,600 calories. Now, here's the thing, I do not recommend 1,600 calories for almost anyone, especially an adult male. The only people I have ever, and even then it's super rare, and that's only because the person was extremely overweight, and also they had a support system to help them, which was me and also their partner, and they were dedicated. I allowed them to be on 1,600 calories, and really that's only for women, and I don't train women directly. I train only men, but I will train a woman if it's family or if they have their mahram / husband with them, right? So what's happened before in the past is where I've had a client and he was just like, hey, look, my wife really needs to get into shape. Oh my god, I've had so much great results. Can you train her too? Okay. And I would give her a discounted price because again, they can help each other, so it makes less effort for me. And their sister gets results, alhamdulillah, and then I can basically chat through her with him. I don't need to see her physique, he can see her physique. It's so easy. And only because it's a woman would I allow that, but not for a man. You will slow down your metabolism too much, so then you will lose fat even slower. You'll just feel hungry, your mood will be off. But I have experimented with myself enough to know that this actually works, and especially since my main focus right now isn't really to lose weight fast. I'll just say it straight, it's because there's no shame in this. It's really to just keep my temptations and my desires very low. See, as a Muslim, there's no dating, no pornography, no haram, no even masturbation, nothing. So when you are a guy that's genuinely trying, and trust me, I've coached people who are addicts to Allah make it easy for them, to pornography and to food. I've been an accountability coach for many years. Most people are doing something or doing another extreme. For me, I found that 1,600 calories, while I have a mission, because I have a mission, I can focus on that completely, and I'm home most of the time. The only time I go out is to either the gym or mosque, and also all the house shopping and school runs I do. It keeps me really calm, and the rest is just down to me to control myself. And because I'm out of those environments, it's very easy. But 1,600 I found, I'm still building muscle for now. I know I'm not going to build it afterwards, but after another week or two. And maintaining muscle while keeping my mind so laser focused that I don't even feel those desires anymore. Obviously they're there. When I say don't feel them, I mean it's at a point where it's very easy to control, alhamdulillah. That is the only reason why I'm on 1,600, and I will have to up it very soon anyway, because I know I'm going to start losing too much muscle, and since I'm already in a deficit, even if I go to 2,000 calories, it'll be fine. And I don't mind the slow process, which is what I advise all my clients to do. At the most, just drop 500 calories, especially if you're someone who is very overweight. Dropping a lot of calories can be quick, can be easy, but if you're someone who's used to bad habits and yo-yo dieting, I personally call them yo-yo dieters, where you lose a lot of weight, gain the weight straight back, lose a lot of weight again. It just never stops. It's a repetitive cycle. We want you to be on a healthy journey forever. That's what I do with all of my clients, and that is why I would recommend anyone to do is not to go to an extreme. I'm good with that extreme because it's really easy for me to stay on it, and as you keep watching, you'll see why. Because the food I eat and how I maintain that, and sneakily add in some, I don't like to call it that, but cheat meals. So keep watching. So I'm very disappointed in myself, I have to say, first and foremost. I'm just on my way back. Well, I'm already back from Fajr, and I missed it for a week for so many reasons I made up. And now that I was there, it's a sweetness that you can't really describe, but it's my excuses were so dumb. Now that I'm there, I can't miss it. I have to be on a streak. Look, this is the latest Fajr will ever be, and I still somehow managed to make a weird excuse to not go. But you know what? I went today, alhamdulillah. The day's going to be amazing. No point going back to bed. It's 7:30, not even 7:30 a.m. yet. A few minutes left. Gonna have coffee. Gonna do some editing. Gonna do some work. Gonna prepare a client's plan for his meeting, and then go to gym around 8:30 a.m. inshallah. But I swear, never missing Fajr again, inshallah. So this is how I start my day. Teaspoon raw organic local honey on its own, and then I'm gonna have my coffee. About 2.5 teaspoons, because I'm just that crazy. Some people have 4. Forgot to take a video of it. Boiling. Now we head to our workout, which as I said was somewhere around 8:30. Did bench press. This is around my second or third set. Incline dumbbell press. And what we're trying to do now is focus on a bit more higher reps and less about strength. And it's an upper day. What I've been doing is 3 days upper body, 2 days lower body, and I've been emphasizing the back a lot more during this cut, especially since I have neglected it heavily for at least over a year now. So I'm trying to get some gains back there and also build some muscle, and it's definitely been working out from what I can tell from the shorts and my physique updates. But you can let me know what you think. We went for rows, seated rows for 3 sets, single arm pull downs, and I really do like mixing up straight bar and single arm exercises. It helps fix any imbalances and also allows for way better contraction and stretch when you do single arm. But obviously you want to lift as heavy as you can, overload the muscles, so 2 arms are better. So play around with both, get the best of both worlds, and then finishing off with rear delt flies. This is my hack. All right, this is day 2 by the way now, and the first meal of the day is sweet potatoes, right? And putting in the microwave, I did that in like 9 minutes. It took me 40 minutes or more to do it in the air fryer. So pointless. And now it's steaming hot in under 10 minutes. My finger in, and that was stupid, but at least now I know that it's cooked. With another 3 eggs again, whole eggs, seasoned to taste. I had some more left over of my auntie's masakni, which is the tuna. Had some of that, and I also had some lamb chops. Yes, I can fit them in. This scared me, right? But I had it. And then my cousins came and brought this, so I had it. Then they'll try to order this, so I had it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So today it kind of seemed crazy, but the calories don't look that bad. The truth is, it's much higher. I did not import in the kunafa pistachio ice cream. It's from Chaiwala, but bro, they're amazing. It's amazing. You've got to try it. Just don't try it every single day. So that was around 330 calories according to their website. So that would mean I'm actually in around 2,141 calories for that day, which technically, you know what's crazy? I'm still in a deficit. Yeah. At the way I am and at my activity level, was technically still in a deficit, but it should also slow down the amount of fat loss because obviously I ate a bit more. But again, not a big issue. You know why? I'm extremely strict every other day, so allowing myself to eat and treat myself that one day is totally fine. It's almost a refeed. The protein macros are actually way too low today, but again, it didn't bother me too much because I had sufficient protein yesterday. I've been having sufficient protein the entire week, and I'm going to continue having enough protein the following few days. Again, see, tiny stuff here, they're not even slip-ups, I'll be honest. I'm comfortable with the way I eat, and I know I have a decent enough education. I believe so, at least, alhamdulillah. I've had dozens of client testimonials that were great, and I've trained myself for many years. I can get away with it because I live by the 80-20 rule, where 80% is very clean and 20% can be kind of whatever you want. I'm actually more of the 90-10 rule, where I'm 90% strict on myself and 10% very relaxed. And because the macros are here, you might think watching some of the foods I eat that, dude, it looks like you can't eat anything. I know how much I'm eating, so I get away with it. That's why I wanted to show you this week that even though it kind of looks like I've been eating like crazy, the macros are pretty decent and they fulfill my protein quota.
It's quite an annoying start to the day. After Fajr, I just came back in bed and I thought, just shut my eyes for a bit, 4 hours later, it's now 12. I have 4 hours to fix my speech on fitness and then go to the mosque and deliver it and do everything else I need to do in the day. I'm just going to have coffee as usual now with honey. Separately, I'd take a teaspoon of honey, then I'm going to have black coffee, and then I'm just going to go back on my laptop. Oh Allah.
So my first meal of the day was the Surreal Protein cereal, which I got on discount from Instagram, and honestly, I'm getting this again because it is awesome. The macros are up there on the screen. It's sick. I also did a talk basically today. This was Christmas Day, which obviously we don't celebrate Christmas, but you know what day that is. It's the 25th of December, where I did a talk on fitness and health through the lens of Islam. And honestly, I loved it. It was great. It was a great turnout. A few hundred people at Baitul Abrar Mosque in Luton. Alhamdulillah, I had really a lot of fun. The camera angle, I'm so sorry, it was so bad. So we're just going to leave it there. We're not going to see anymore. And then to finish off at the mosque, we basically had a lot of biryani, kebab, and that's some mint sauce, I think, and pakora. It's actually decent. And then I had sweets, and yes,
One time.
I never have sweets, but I allowed myself to have it today because my friend was like, let's go, bro. And again, guess what? I was in a deficit. I'll be honest. Then I came home and I had this. So I was no longer at 1600 calories. And then, why not crash into something for the New Year's? But honestly, it was crazy, make dua for my friend's car. I wasn't there. I got called afterwards after he had crashed. Basically, it was insanely blurry that day. I could see nothing. It was around 1 or 2 a.m. and I just went out to pick him up, and man, that was bad. But anyway, he brought me this drink for me to start as a thank you for the next day, my pre-workout basically. And this was sick. This drink, no crash, nothing, no stomachache as well. I'm gonna get that again. So yeah, that was a great day, alhamdulillah. Unfortunately, I did not track that day because of how hectic it was. But because of that video and videoing exactly how much I had with the cereal, you now know the calories for that. And also, I eyeballed the rice and curry because at this point, I know exactly how much I'm eating with rice. I figured out the averages, and I can input other stuff on my fitness pal with a generic value. And whichever value looks close enough to the normal pilau I make at home, that's the one I take. Simple. And again, this isn't common. This week seems crazy, like the kind of foods I'm eating. This is not normal. I genuinely do. I mean, you can see my physique, so you can tell I do live by the 90-10 rule, which is stricter than the 80-20 for myself personally. But I get to enjoy certain foods, and those days when I do go out to eat, it's fine. And oh my god, the amount of people that like patted me on the back while I was eating, saying, oh, so the Mr. Gym Master is eating like this, yeah? Okay, if he can eat like this, then we can all eat like this. No, you guys eat like this every single day. I eat like this like once a blue moon, literally like once a week. No, once a month, yes. Like that's how strict I am. Even when I eat rice and curry at home, I've measured it on a plate to the point that now I understand by eyeballing, this is 100 grams, this is 200 grams, I can eat like this. So when I go to family gatherings, I can enjoy. And it is weird. It's very weird for my uncles when they see me. They're like, this guy works out. They actually tease me like, why are you eating this food? Rice and curry is not bad. It's how much you eat. It's how you eat. And I'll be honest, I'm not sponsored, but Surreal, dude, those macros are actually great. Not amazing, but they're pretty decent. And I really like the taste. And I'll be honest, the Cocoa Pops one, I bought so many of those. You got 8 boxes for like £36, which I'm telling you is pricey, and I'm never buying from them again unless it's on sale. So I totally get it. There's kind of no point. I can eat Whole Foods, but I thought I'd just have it. It's a treat. I'm on a cut. Hey, let's have fun. And you know what? I did enjoy it. But the Cocoa Pops one, surprisingly, is the worst flavor they have. That doesn't make any sense. But the rest are really good. So I'll try them, inshallah.
On the way to the gym, I just had my coffee and honey, but I'm also gonna have this because this is for basically my pre-workout because I need it.
So for today, it's a leg day. Well, actually, it's lower body because I do a split between upper and lower. But we're starting with seated hamstring curls. And that is literally the only video I have for you. I'm so sorry because it was ridiculously packed. I was shocked, man. Dude, it's the 26th of December. Why is it so full? I have no idea. I could not video anything. But then let's come and see what I made at home. And this was great. Alhamdulillah, look how easy this is, bro. Just steam your veg and then cook your chicken breast. And yes, chicken breast with flavor. Alhamdulillah, you see that? It's about 310 grams of chicken breast, which is around 69 grams of protein. Vegetables, super filling, so it's about 50-50 protein, veg. 2 eggs, and I just threw some, spring onions on top. Alhamdulillah. And this is the last meal of the day. So I had some jacket potatoes again, this time in the microwave because I'm a genius now. 1 egg, which was boiled from a curry, which I didn't have the rest of the curry because I just had that. This is a chapli kebab, some good protein in there, and some chicken from the curry. Just the chicken, not the curry. So for day 4, this is really why I ate 1,373 calories. Seriously, yes. And I wasn't that hungry. I was at the beginning of the day because there is a short period where I am intermittent fasting and the only thing I usually have is coffee or water during that time. This allows me to push my feeding window a bit later. That does mean during that time I am a bit hungry. I'm actually very used to that now, to the point where I don't think about it. And what that does is, because the feeding window is so small, even when I eat a bit, I'm full. That's also the barakah as a Muslim. I assume many of my viewers are Muslim. When you break a fast after in Ramadan, how satiating you feel. Like just the dates and water, you're full. You actually feel really good, alhamdulillah. Same thing. Basically, the principle applies here where once you finally get that taste and fill your stomach, you'll feel completely full and you wouldn't want to eat as much. And when you have vegetables, like I did there, it's very filling and it's high volume. So vegetables are a very good trick and they don't need to be bland. Salt, pepper, spices. And spices, most of them at least, are very negligible. So you don't really need to worry too much about the calories. That's it. When I talk about calories here, you realize it kind of feels crazy that I'm not tracking a lot of them and eyeballing it. But that's because I was very strict for a very long time in my life. So do take that as well with you, that I'm not just coming around, hey, you can do whatever you want as long as you look at it. No, I was very diligent for many months, weighing everything to the gram on a food kitchen weighing scale, to the point that now I can eyeball it and I can get away with it. And you do have to do that. You have to sacrifice a bit of that time of your life if you want to be very good at this. But then again, I'm not expecting you to be in such an extreme deficit. If you're in at least around 500 calorie deficit, you should be fine messing around a bit here and there, but be as strict as you possibly can and find foods that you actually enjoy eating and stick to those, and find a healthy alternative. Or let's say if you really enjoy sugar, right? Sugary drinks specifically. Okay, even though soda isn't that great, at least 0 calorie soda would be better than actual sugary drinks. Make sense? You could lose a lot of weight if you're someone who's addicted, which is exactly what happened to another client of mine, which I'll make an entire video of, how he lost 11 kilos in less than 3 months, and we get there inshallah. We're getting to day 5 now, and yeah, it's another upper body day. And something you've got to understand is I feel sad a bit because my strength that day did not increase. I did maintain it, but I felt it that I'm getting a bit weaker. So I'm going to slightly tweak the second exercise. It's going to be a bit more higher volume. I'm emphasizing the stretch as much as I possibly can. That's why I chose a flying exercise and not a pushing exercise. Because I do 3 upper body days, I like to do a lot more pushing one day, and one day I can emphasize the stretch. But something that's interesting is I have now reduced from 5 days a week to 4 days a week in training, because I know I won't be able to maintain the same pace and effort in my exercises, so it's best to recover well and come back. So now I have 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days, 1 accessory day. What that means is if I've left anything out in that day, which is basically more arms, more rear delts, more shoulders. By shoulders basically means side delts. Anything that I think needs more work, I will do. And another thing I forgot to mention, I am training for another half marathon, which is in Birmingham in February. So I'm also doing more running, which again is not ideal when you're trying to build muscle and on such an extreme deficit. That's also why this is around week 4. I'm on week 6. My training has changed quite drastically. I still have 2 upper body, 2 lower body days, but they are basically almost 2 sets per exercise to extreme intensity, and then I have 2 days of a 5k run. This week is going to go to 10k, and then I'm going to go back down to 5, then 10, 15, then a 5, and then 21 kilometers is the marathon, and half marathon, I'll be ready for it. This would be my third half marathon, so I'm totally fine. I've actually done the most preparation I've ever done in my life for this half marathon, because the first one ever, I just winged it. Like, I literally just went in with no training, and that's a video for another day. It was horrible. So the first meal of the day, sweet potatoes with cream cheese inside, and obviously that chicken is 4 skinless wings from curry, and then I had around 121 grams of cookies and cream, a cereal, and this is the second meal of the day. So yes, I was a bit higher in calories today, around 130 more or so, but that's not really that big a deal, because I'm already in a huge deficit. So basically, I'm, instead of 1,000 calorie deficit, or instead of a 900 calorie deficit, I'm more over 800 calorie deficit. Still going to lose fat, no issue. I'm still a bit satiated. I think that's the benefit of me technically being so low, is for my own sense of sanity. If I do eat a bit more, I know it's not really even an issue, because I'm still in a deficit. So it doesn't really matter too much. It's only when I start creeping over 2,000 when I need to be like, okay, you're screwing up now. But again, I'm never really that off. It's only those other 2 days which were intentional anyway. Okay, the ice cream day wasn't intentional. I wasn't expecting that, but I just couldn't say no to that. Are you gonna say no to that kunafa pistachio ice cream? Bro, pistachio in general is one of the best ice creams you could possibly ever have, except the rose ice cream in Medina, which I'm not joking, is the best ice cream I ever had. It's right near the market. It's in the marketplace, in the stalls in Madinatul Munawwara, right opposite the masjid. You'd thank me for it. Rose ice cream. So Saturday the 28th was really chill. It was basically a complete work day. Didn't really hit the gym that day. I was more focused on clientele. So we're basically just going to start with my first meal, which is rice and curry, basically. This, I'm so sorry about how bad it looks in the presentation. This is in Bangla mirkamas, which is actually mrigel fish, whatever that is. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then my dessert. My amazing dessert at the end of the day. You see, this day was really busy because I was basically writing up a plan for a new client, and I had some coaching calls. Obviously, it is what it is. Some days you're going to have success, some days you're not. Sometimes a client will be so ready to join, and then he says, I'm so sorry, I don't have any more money. You know what? Alhamdulillah, that's from Allah. I learned a lot about sales from this. And having that dessert with me there, it's not just about filling my stomach. It's a mindset thing, bro. It makes you feel good. And the day's not done, because this is my final meal of the night, which is basically lamb chops with potato and rice and curry. But you don't really see much curry because the curry is very reduced. So basically, I have a rule. No food in my room. Ever. Even me. But today was great. I had so many consultation calls. They didn't all work out. It is what it is. That's just how it is. This is a game of making money. But I have 223 calories left, which I'm very surprised about. But this 9 calories per 250 milliliters Cloudy lemonade. Honestly, some of these drinks are just a lifesaver, bro. I don't even count this. 73 calories, 88 calories. So I'm still gonna have loads left. But that's fine. This is how I'm going to end my day. Snack. 10 grams of protein, by the way. And I'm going to just watch something. Try and guess in the comments what I'm watching. Nothing weird. But it's guilty pleasure. Now, day 6 was a very simple day. Not work-wise. Work-wise, very busy day. But the food, very easy to take in. Alhamdulillah, no distractions, nothing else going on. Didn't have as much errands today. It was mostly just gym and work. So I think we'll just move on to the final day. As usual, starting my day with honey. Raw organic honey. A teaspoon of that. Amazing. And then my black coffee. Today was that accessory day, which is on the lower body day. Basically, I just did very high rep deadlifts. like 12 reps of a very low weight. So this isn't my usual working set. This is basically me trying to maintain as much strength as I can, but also increase some muscular endurance. Since I can't put in any strength right now with deadlifts, like I absolutely cannot. I've attempted it, there's no point. It'll just kill my central nervous system. My calories are too low. I'm also doing running. So this is just an attempt to maintain whatever semblance of strength as I can, while building some endurance in my lower back, glutes and hamstrings. And then, why not? Just do some grip strength. Because again, it's more of an accessory day, if anything. And some biceps. I'll be honest, this is probably my personal goal of bicep exercises. I never feel a deeper stretch or contraction here. I get the best of both worlds, I feel. And yeah, you can hyper optimize a bit more, bend down and lean forward a bit when you curl up for deeper contraction and then lean back again. I do it sometimes, but it's not a big deal. Now this was awesome. I made this, which is basically like a giant taco, which filled with chicken breast and cheese.
So this in Bangla is called boroi. Very small. It's not an apple, it's not a plum. But the best I could find online is called an Indian jujube. So around like 12 calories at best I can find online. So kind of negligible. I'm just going to have one of these.
Then I had some guava. And this is how I ended my day. And I'm so sorry, but it was horrible. Look, alhamdulillah for all the food. I still ate it, but I tried to make chicken rice noodles. Ended up making this mashed up thing. Like literally the noodles mashed up because I overcooked them. And then on top of that, when I put it on to mix with the heat from the chicken and the broccolis and everything, it ended up just ruining it. All right, it was honestly it did not taste good. But what can you do? That was a really, really annoying end to the day. But again, calories were good, macros were good, protein intake was good. Alhamdulillah, very enjoyable day overall. And yeah, we are now getting to the last day of this cut. But here's a message from you from the future. I made it perfectly just a few days later. Alhamdulillah. So here we are, end of the week. We are 65.4 kg. Here's the physique comparison. What do you think? So now we've made it here. On the right is my final physique of this week. On the left was the original physique. It's been 1 week and I've lost 0.9 kg. Do you think there's a difference? Maybe. One thing I can say for sure is my midsection is much leaner. I can see my obliques way more clearly. And when tensed, I can see the lines that basically point down towards your groin. But anyway, I do believe my back is slightly leaner. As you can see, the muscles a bit better. And yes, this seems very edited because I realized I did the poses out of sequence, so I had to edit them to match it again. And I even missed a couple of poses the second time round. Now this is really where I feel like there's a difference. Abs are much more sharper. And of course the lighting is better in the newer video, so that's something I must say, but definitely much more clearer obliques. Thinner waist. But yeah, what do you think? Do you even think there's even a difference at all? Let me know what you think in the comments, but don't worry, I'm going to show an update from week 1 to week 4, inshallah. All the way to month 2. Now, before we end, why not show you why I ate that day and the last day? So, Asda, alhamdulillah, has halal meat, so I decided to go get some chicken. And then I got this drink, which is actually pretty good. Very low calories juice. I had some chicken, rice, the same fish again. I also had some eggs. Basically, I don't recommend this, but I'm having coffee now because, what is it? It's 6 p.m. It's really not smart, and I'm going to sleep by 10 p.m. I want to, at least. I probably won't. I know I won't. I never have. Okay. Coffee. Caffeine, basically. Look, I'm already out of it. What the heck? Wait, 1 second. Caffeine has around like a 5-hour half-life, so this is about 40 milligrams of caffeine, give or take. And it will last in my system for, let's say, till 10, 11, and go down to 20 milligrams. I can sleep with that, I'll be honest. I'm taking it because I have so much work to do today. I had really good client calls, alhamdulillah, today, but I need to work on a client's new program because we've had a huge milestone, alhamdulillah, may Allah make it easy for him, and we're going to update it soon. And I need to edit a lot of videos and pictures. Chicken is now rotating. What's crazy is I'm actually full already. I only had one meal today, alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for watching through this long video. Here's some key points I want you to take home. So, maintain a caloric deficit, but not too low, as you slow down your metabolism. So I've linked a calorie calculator down in the description below to make things easier for you. But being in a caloric deficit does not mean you can eat absolutely anything. The majority of my food was protein from whole foods like lamb, beef, chicken, fish. I ate a high percentage of protein compared to fats and carbs most days. Protein is more satiating, so it kept me more full. As you can see, some days I was in an even greater deficit, but I wasn't hungry. Protein also requires more calories to break down in the body, so the digestion process will help burn more calories too. My BMI is also pretty high because I'm active and have a decent amount of muscle mass. Now this is very important because muscle requires more energy to maintain, hence burning more calories. So make sure you hit your protein goals anywhere around 1 gram per pound of body weight, or 2 times your weight in kg, and your BMI is your basal metabolic rate. This is simply the amount of energy required for your body to function, breathing, pumping blood, etc. But if you're in a deficit, your BMI should go down, right? Correct. So you can do 1 or 2 days in a week where you bump up your calories by about 100 to 200, or to maintenance, while keeping yourself in a deficit throughout the week to keep your metabolism stable. Or you can have one refeed day a week. Now this can be trickier for some people because studies have shown that a refeed day actually makes people put on more weight because they end up overeating on that day, and it's just something to keep in mind. But the refeed day can refuel your glycogen levels and increase your BMR, mood, energy for the following week. I made sure that each of my meals were satiating, meaning I actually enjoyed the food I was eating. Not just plain chicken breast, broccoli and brown rice. I actually had all of those things. Not brown rice, white rice, but with flavor. And also remove bad habits. Okay, look, Ramadan is around the corner, a time to break bad habits and build good ones. Around 6 weeks away, maybe even less if you're watching this in the following week. You can start right now by doing the Sunnah fast, fasting on Mondays and Thursdays to get yourself in shape, get yourself ready and prepared for your body to run on less food. And then you can transition to the fast of Dawood alayhi salam, which is actually the most beloved to Allah after Ramadan, which is fasting alternating days. Or as Shaban is coming around the corner, you can fast the whole month, right, to prepare yourself for Ramadan. So you're already in the zone, you're already reading more Quran, you're already used to fasting, you're already used to waking up for suhoor, get your sleep schedule in check, so Ramadan is easy, inshallah. And if you enjoyed this, sure, subscribe so you can see the next videos. And we're gonna have a long list of a Ramadan series, inshallah. I'll try to get everything on up to date, and weekly small reminders on my YouTube shows. So stay tuned, inshallah. Asalaamualaikum.